Crimson Desert is said to be one of the biggest games of 2024, and from everything we have seen about it so far, it looks really good. Maybe a bit too good. So will Crimson Desert be a game that we will talk and play for years to come, or will it be just another big flop? Crimson Desert will be the latest game by Pearl Abyss, the studio behind Black Desert Online, and it presents itself as very ambitious. It apparently has a huge map that is a continent called Pewell, I don't know. It will have multiple biomes like a snowy region, a desert region, a marshy region and so on, and from the screenshots that we have and the trailers, it does look amazing, like look at them. And one of the most important things about any open world game is the feel of the world and whether or not it seems like an actual lived in world, and what makes me optimistic about the world of Crimson Desert is strangely enough the world of Black Desert Online. And I say that because the world of Black Desert Online is great. It feels lived in and it's a joy to explore, and I know that it has been built over the course of almost 10 years, but the fact that it exists means the developers have at least a model to go on for the world of Crimson Desert, so this is a good sign. But from the trailers the world looks really good, we have big cities and small villages and NPCs going on about their day, so that's another good sign. As for what the world will be filled with, well, that's a different story. In an interview, one of the developers said that every quest that they put in the game is there for a reason, and there are no quests that are added just for the sake of being added, and let me just say this upright, that's bullshit. Every game has quests added just for the sake of being there, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. In the trailers, we've also seen Skyrim-style dungeons, and if they are at least as good as the ones in Skyrim, then I'm satisfied. But the most important thing seen in the trailers is fishing, so from the start the world is gonna be great. About the story of Crimson Desert we don't know too much, except that the main character is called Macduff, which is a fucking terrible name. It sounds like Scrooge McDuck, and Macduff is supposed to be a mercenary trying to gain power in Pewell, and mercenaries usually are supposed to inspire fear, but who the hell is gonna be scared of a dude with a name that reminds me of an animated duck? Macduff is in charge of a band of mercenaries, so it's interesting to see how this will work in combat and whether or not you will be able to command them. But the combat actually looks really good. We've seen crazy boss fights like this mechanical thing and the dragon, but the actual combat against normal enemies looks so cool with the crazy magic abilities. Macduff appears to be super overpowered and I'm all for it. I don't see how the combat will not be good, and that's a really good sign. But something that I heard about this game that I'm super excited about is that it will have a siege mechanic. So you will basically be able to siege entire castles and command troops while you do so, and that is so cool because I can't name a game off the top of my head that has this feature. Another interesting thing from the trailers is the weird world magic that we see, and that's connected to the story 100%, and it made me curious, I have to admit. I'm sure that the plot will have a moment when Macduff discovers he is some sort of chosen one and gains access to this magic, and again I'm super curious. So overall the game offers only good signs, and I pray that it will be this way, but only time will tell. But it's easily the game I'm most excited about next year. Tell me in the comments what you think so far of Crimson Desert, and what your hopes and expectations are, and why not subscribe and leave a like as well. I will see you soon, goodbye.